This is John Mehaffey with Vegas Advantage, and we're here to talk about the biggest blackjack mistakes made in 6 and 8 deck games. And so the most misplayed hand is Ace-7, that's a soft 18. A lot of players will stand on this when that's only correct against 2 dealer cards. So first we're going to talk about the hands you will double down Ace-7 against if the house permits. Some casinos do not allow soft hands to be doubled down. Sometimes they have rules that you can only double down on 9, 10, or 11, or just 10 and 11. All right, so against a 6, a 5, a 4, a 3, and a 2, you will double down when the dealer hits soft 17. The difference is if you find a game where the dealer stands on soft 17, you will stand with your soft 18 against a 2. So next we'll talk about the hands that you're going to stand with a soft 18. That only happens against 2 dealer cards. That's against a 7 and against an 8. In these 2 scenarios, you're going to stand and see what happens with the dealer, because your hope is if they have a 7 that they're going to have 17, or if they have 8, they have an 18, you're not going to lose. Now with these 3 cards, you're going to hit your soft 18. That's going to be against a 9, any 10 value card, or an ace. So if you have a 9 up against a 9, 10, or ace, you will hit your soft 18 because you are not going to bust this hand. Now you may end up hitting a 6 or something, then you only have 14, then you have a second shot at it, but that 18 is more likely to lose against a 9, 10, or ace, and you need to be a little more aggressive with those hands. The next most common misplayed hand is soft 17. That's when you get dealt an ace and a 6, and so you never want to stand on this hand. You're getting a free draw with it. So against a 3, a 4, a 5, and a 6, you're going to want to double down your soft 17. Now, if you've drawn into a soft 17, like you start out with Ace-3 and then you drew a 3 into it, you're only going to be able to hit there. Same with the soft 18 hands we were talking about. If you're supposed to double down but you can't, then you're just going to hit those. So you're going to double down against this 3, 4, 5, or 6. All right, so if the dealer has a 2, a 7, an 8, a 9, a 10, or an ace, you're going to hit this hand and you're going to play by the same rules that you would otherwise against that card. So if you were to draw, say, a 5 here against the ace, you're going to keep hitting until you get to 17. If the dealer hits on soft 17 and you get dealt soft 19, you want to double that down against a 6. Otherwise, you're going to stand on this. Now, if the dealer stands on soft 17, you're going to stand there. 2 other soft hands I see get played incorrectly are soft 16 and soft 15. Now, if the house will let you double down on this, then you should do that against a 4, a 5, and a 6. Otherwise, you're going to hit these cards against any other card. If the dealer has a 2, 3, or they have a 7 or higher, you're going to hit and you're going to play basic strategy against that card. And the last soft hands that I'm going to talk about are the soft 13 and soft 14. So if the dealer says, hey, you have 3 or 13, what do you want to do? Or 3 or 4 or 14, and the dealer has a 5 or a 6 showing, you want to double that down if the house will allow you. Otherwise, you want to hit and play the normal strategy against whatever card the dealer is showing. I see many players make mistakes when they're dealt 12. Everybody knows against a 4, a 5, or a 6 that you should stand. However, I see a lot of players when the dealer is showing a 2 or a 3 also stand. That is not correct. When you have 12 and the dealer has a 2 or a 3, you should hit that. A pair of 4s is another hand that I see people misplay. Now, there are 2 ways you should play this hand. If the house does not allow you to double down after splitting, then you should just always hit it. You're never going to split this hand if you can't double down after a split. However, if you are permitted to double down after a split, and the dealer is showing a 5 or a 6, then you want to split those 4s and hope for the best. If you get dealt a pair of 9s, this is a great split hand against most dealer cards. However, there are 3 cards that the dealer will have where you should just stand on your 18 and hope for the best. One is against a 7 because you're hoping the dealer has 17 and your 18 will win. Another is against a face card because you don't want to split your 9s and end up with 2 19s and then look at a 20. And the other one is an ace because anything can happen when the dealer has an ace and starts drawing at you. Thank you for watching our video on the biggest blackjack mistakes. Follow Vegas Advantage for more Las Vegas casino information and game strategy.